You know, that limiting voice that plays in our mind that keeps us so unsatisfied with where we are at, when you feel like there's so much more you wish to accomplish while you are here, and you are living every day in this blocked state of existing where you cannot move forward in the direction that you wish to go. It is our internal dialogue where we are at. It will either be our biggest blessing or our biggest hindrance. It comes down to the energetic frequencies we project out of us, whether our path opens up and we can step forward and open up to our abundance and draw that in, or if we're going to stay stuck in this place of stagnancy and unsatisfaction. The steps I have taken and what I continuously use as my protocol for opening up to what this life has in store for me on a higher timeline. Every single time I feel that uncomfort of stepping into something because of a fear, an internal pattern, a habit that I have formed over the years that has taught me to hold back and restrict myself due to the conditioning, that programmed conditioning that is so often where it stems from. It is reflected from what comes back at us through other interactions we have with people. When I am met with people who come in and tell me I cannot do something, when I feel that judgment, I make sure I will push through that uncomfort and step exactly the way my deeper self knows that I am meant to step, because I trust in myself now. That voice, that light, it speaks to us all the time. We hold back on ourselves because of the conditioning we have been set up with when we first opened our eyes here. And this is what holds many of us back from living our fulfilling lives and adding value into what we are so truly and naturally called upon to do while we are here, because we all come with our gifts, what we are meant to share into this world, each and every single one of us. But the sad thing is, this world has been conditioned upon superficial nonsense, and it's all to line other people's pockets, mind you. The world is so distorted. People no longer are free to act upon their passions. People that are just like you and me, they put a lid on everybody else so they can line their pockets and give you that ability to open up your pathway, because without them you cannot possibly do what it is your heart wants to do. And this is the biggest block that I refuse to get stuck in, because if it comes from your heart, if it's coming from a genuine and authentic place, you do what you feel compelled to do and allow no other person's opinion come at you and stop you in your tracks, because these people are a reflection of that blocked inner dialogue, that negative voice within you, the overpowering of your ego. It is being reflected back from where your blocks have been throughout your life, because each of us, we have grown with this program belief because we have opened up our eyes into this limited way of existing. It is taught to us. It is passed down generation upon generation. You need to have this world tell you you are enough before you can actually feel like you are enough. And it is not right. Action what it is your heart wants to do. Those voices that come back at you, I see them as a mirror to where my limitation is at, or my growth, where it can be. My path will present to me all the time those negative and positive frequencies. I am always going to have that contrast. We cannot have progress without them. We cannot take a step forward without facing challenges. And I talk about this so often because so many people block the dreams of others. So many people are projecting their own negativity, their own limitations within themselves, because they have so much fear pent up within them that they have never ever been able to release. So they want to keep you small. This tall poppy syndrome, which is everywhere in this world. It is a world of bullying and hierarchy rubbish. You need to move past it. You need to understand that nobody is above you. There is no one who takes your worth away unless you give your worth away and devalue yourself and your abilities that you carry so naturally within you. The more you move through uncomfortable points within your world, when you are met with a very uncomfortable situation that is telling you, I cannot do this, this is when you need to gather all the strength within you and face that fear and do it anyway and say, oh well, I'm putting it out there, and let the cards fall how they're meant to. You have to risk sometimes. It's a risk you take by doing deep evaluation on yourself. And that deep evaluation is reflection upon bringing yourself into balance, making sure you are in balance and that it is what your heart wants for a deeper reason, from a calling that you feel compelled to step in this direction. Because when it's from a superficially based drive that you're getting that feeling of moving forward, nearly always will you end up falling and having 10 steps backwards. But it's still a lesson in a positive way if you can perceive it this way, because it teaches you how to be authentic and remain authentic within this superficially based programming that this world has completely gone into a massive imbalance upon. You know, this is it. It is stepping differently to how this world would tell you to step, and being okay with that. Being okay with the fact that people coming from this blocked off state of mind where they are so limited within themselves, and because they can't step through their fears, they will hold you back and try to make you feel like you aren't worthy of making anything of yourself for yourself unless you have a certain status. And even if you have that certain status, you still will get criticized anyway. So what have you got to lose? Who cares what this world says about you? Remember this, we are all from the one source. We are all just a vessel embodying energy, and we are all experiencing our own journeys so we can add to that one source and expand and evolve and grow it to something greater than what it currently is. So the minute you understand this, you can then understand that everything is us. Everything is us, a reflection of us. What we see around us, every person, every situation we pull in, any dynamic taking place for you right now, it is a reflection of you. We are all from that one source. All of a sudden it takes the fear away. When you put everything on the same playing field as yourself, you realize that nothing is above you or beneath you. It is your playground then to experience whatever you wish. Allow yourself to learn and grow from whatever you pull in. This is how you walk through your life and have a sense of fulfillment. You are free. You can free yourself and step onto that pathway that you've always wished to. Because if you don't take your chances on yourself and back yourself in this world, you remain behind everybody else. So it is always coming down to how much do you want to experience fulfillment in your world. Fulfillment in your world never comes from an end road that you need to gain anything of substance in order for you to feel enough. Right now, you need nothing except your own belief in here, within your mind. You need to believe in yourself. You need to give yourself a chance, and your fulfillment comes about the minute you start to step on the pathway that your heart truly desires. So trust in yourself and go with it. Allow yourself this chance to live life your way. This is one life that we know. I say this so often because it is the truth. Do not let your life go by that you sit there with regret one day and say, I wish I took a chance on that. Now is your time, right now. This moment, go for it. Let nothing stop in your way, because even if you try something and it doesn't work out in the way that you envisioned it, you still gain no matter what. You still grow from it. You still put something under your belt and say, I did that, I tried it. Now, if that didn't work, it'll branch out into something else, I promise you. But never give up on yourself. Never allow another person's opinion on you be the thing that limits you from stepping on the path that you are meant to step. Your heart, it always guides you. You have nothing to lose in this life. Only your voice in your head is your limitation. So break through those uncomfortable moments. Break through those self-limiting belief systems and those limiting voices playing out in your head do not reconfirm what negativity comes from the outside world. Become your own inner dialogue. Shake it off and speak goodness into yourself. Speak light into yourself, and your life will open up for you in the most beautiful of ways.